Hey everybody, I hope you guys had a really good Christmas. I wanted to wait until after Christmas to put anything crazy out, right? So I decided to dive in deep to Eric Gower, which is the driver, alleged driver. There's been so many, and they spelled his name wrong in the PCA, they spelled it as Grower, not Gower. Who does that, and why do they do it like that? That's what I want to know. Well, this is his Pinterest page, and I found it very sick, to tell you the truth. So we're going to go down to guns, and then we're going to click on weapons. And we get this. What does that look like to you? It looks like every freaking knife that they mentioned we've been talking about. Isn't that one called a kopacka, or that curved claw-like one? There's like your machete. There's your K-bar. I mean, everything. He goes to U.S. Army, USMC weapons. Okay. So what would come with one of those if there was a knife? It would come with one of those sheaths that they allegedly found laying next to Maddie on the bed, under the comforter that they saw from the door, that had nothing else but a little bit of touch DNA on the snap. No blood, no nothing on it. Oh, we've got this cute little butterfly star. Ninja stars, huh? Now, I know that he is a survivalist. He takes, educates her high school kids going forward to their next, higher education. I don't know what he does. He travels with them. He takes them places. I don't know. And then at night, he allegedly doesn't get paid for it either. Which is, I mean, if he does it out of his own free will and like he's on the up and up, God, that's awesome. But if not, that's creepy as all get up. He goes and picks up students that are drunk, that can't drive. Oh, this one scares the living crap out of me. And then he takes them home. Look at this. This is a titanium scorpion whip. Do you know what this would do to somebody's body? You know that chain sound that we hear in Lindow Lane? This is titanium. This would be heavy. Okay, I used to work at a paint shop. I used to mix paints for contractors and that kind of stuff. And the most expensive white paint that we had titanium in it. And it was hands down some of the heaviest gallons of paint you ever freaking lifted. I mean, even though it was just the same weight in the gallon wise, oh my God, it was so much heavier. It was crazy. But this is titanium. Titanium will do that. It's heavy. It's solid as all get up. Yeah, I mean, it's so dangerous. And look at these. Look at these. These are little blades on each and every one of them. You know the chain sound that you hear dragging in the Lindow Lane footage? Could this be what it was? Does it actually have... Oh, maybe it's painted to look like that, or maybe it actually does have, the crimson stuff on it. But these are this is his Pinterest page. Oh. Diamond in the sky. That's like a fan that you open up like a a lot of the Japanese women have the fans that they'll slip, they'll open, they flick it with their wrists. I used to be able to do that. But so you can tell, oops, darn it. Where'd I go? Okay. You can tell because of the way the bottom is right here. So this fan's open, right? Wow. And these are all the other weapons in this. This is his Pinterest page. Look at these things. The warhammer. Talk about a blunt object. The wand. That looks like a wrench in a way, you know. Sickle. The mace. Oh my god. The mace, that's a blunt object if you ever saw one in my life. The staff. Oh my god. These are just nuts, you guys. Look at the guitar. Now that would be a gouging. That would be total gouge. Man, these are just sickening. The ad chain. My stomach's going crazy right now. Look at this. Pretty nice, yeah. You know, when I first saw, here's the thing, when I first saw the car, why I'm bringing this up right now is because it reminds me of this type of thing. Because this just looks like it could be crystal, like made out of crystal, right? Or like a clear, they could have made a clear obsidian. So that brings me to the car that was found in Eugene. And in the front seat of that car, there looks to be obsidian, like a dark colored, like a rainbow obsidian or some type of obsidian, which is, it's a volcanic glass, right? It is the sharpest thing in the world. I mean, that's what they used to use for shaving back in the day. Like, they would use, like, so those are the old arrowheads and things like that. And it literally, and I know about it being sharp because I have cut myself on obsidian more times than I can tell you. 2 times was so horrendous that I thought, I mean, I didn't think it was going to ever heal. And it's still, I have issues with my finger. And for, I'd say, probably a good year after I cut myself, there was those little teeny pieces of this obsidian that would come up to the surface, and it was just bizarre. So in the front seat of that car, I could have swore that there was obsidian in that front passenger seat. Yep, I never brought it up before, but I mean, maybe I did in a video. I might have, I don't remember if I did or not. But look at this one, you guys. What does this remind you of? A blunt object on one side and a sharp gouging weapon on the other side. Look at that. Is that scary or what? So they've taken a bat and they've sliced a slot in the side, and then they've taken a machete blade and drilled holes in the top of the machete blade and then bolted it inside of this bat. Look at that. I've never seen one of these in my life. And Eric Gower, the rideshare driver, has one on his Pinterest. I mean, there is a bunch of stuff on his Pinterest. So these are all the things that he has on here. Look, is that a drone? It looks like a drone. He's got YouTube channels putting it. I wonder if that's the actual YouTube of his. I don't know. We'll scroll up through here first because this is all on his page. I mean, these are some serious weapons, you guys. I mean, he's, you know, has he been in the service before? I mean, has he, I mean, even in the service, you don't see this kind of stuff. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Look at that Browning one. That's a pretty wicked piece of machinery. Look at those bullets. Hollow points that will blow the... Shooting someone with one of those, it'll blow the whole backside out of you. Like, it'll go in, you just, your whole... Go in the front smooth, and the backside will be blown a huge hole. Do you guys remember the gun? They definitely made sure that there was a photo of that gun in the kopacka shooting, and it was outside. There was nobody around it. Who leaves a sniper rifle on the ground in front of an apartment where students occupy that apartment at a well-known campus? Who leaves a gun by itself, no attendees around it, except for the person standing back and taking the damn picture? Why did they take that picture? This gun reminds me of that. Oops. This gun right here, the way it was sitting out there on the campus there. Why would they do that? Because, in my opinion, I think that they put it out there to make it look like it was a sniper outside that got kopacka, when I don't think it was at all. I think it was somebody inside. That was an inside job. Gnarly. This is just crazy, you guys. This is the rideshare driver that takes home, free of charge apparently, hammered, sloshed, drunk students from the University of Idaho, and probably Wazoo as well, since he did graduate from Wazoo, right? So I wonder I wonder if he knows or is aware of Brian. Why I say this is because what if this is where this came from? So these are pins from 3 years ago, right? Check it out. So these airsoft guns. Now, if you listen to my yes, Marie Kondo, this does bring me joy. So these are airsoft guns, right? I believe these are airsoft guns. Okay, so these airsoft guns, in some of the reports, the Moscow police reports that I've done, there's been 2 that I can think of for sure, but I'm sure there was at least 3 or 4, but on the top of my head, 2 of them that I remember, because one of them was a guy that called in. He was walking his dog, and he said a car full of guys drove by with airsoft guns and shot at them and hit both. I think it hit both him and his dog. And these are what they look like. Now, these airsoft guns are legal. They're like a beefed up BB gun, kind of. And it, like just like a BB gun, you can pump that thing up to make it, harder. If it, you shoot it, it's more powerful. Well, same with the airsoft guns. Now, in other countries, you can't get these until you're, some of them are 18, some of them are 21. But here, in our lovely, lovely little free world, you can get them prior to that. But these are what they are. Look at this. Oh, we've got the night vision goggles there. What's it say? Night vision goggles in case of freak total eclipse. Yeah, for sure, right? Video majig. For if you accidentally do something awesome. The blower for telling your mates to cover while you go for a wee. The blower. So okay, so it's a mic that comes around to your mouth where you don't have to like hold on to it. It's just right there. Signal hand. There's your signal hand, you guys. To copy hand signals this is hard for me to read. It's really fuzzy. To copy hand signals I can't even read that. Maybe you guys can. Oh, something that says, that means I'm hungry. Something like that. External blah, in case you run out of something or other. External bladder. So in case you run out of water. So that's like a camelback. Camelback you put on when you're hiking. Fill it with water and you wear it on your back. And there's kind of like a backpack. You wear it like underneath where your backpack would go, or you can put it in your backpack. And then you have a hose that comes out, and you can just suck on it, get the water out, so you don't have to constantly carry a water bottle. You got pouches for your phone and something or other. I don't read that. I don't know what that says. And then you've got invincible need. So your knees are, you know, they've got some protection there. Ankle protection is not your fault. It's weak or just, I can't read that last part. So then you're going to come up here. You've got patches for your gear. So, okay. Something for your ears. So that's, so basically, so this is kind of like this helmet. It's kind of like the kind they wear in, I sold a bunch of these, so this is why I know about these things. They wear them like in helicopters, like when you're flying. A lot of flyers, you know, pilots wear them. And so it's all contained inside there. So you've got your, you've got several different ways. You've got your kind of like earmuffs for your hearing, and it's soundproof. So like you really just hear what you need to hear in there. That like when you're flying, they want to hear just what's going on, right? So you've also got a hand mic you can use, or you've got the chin mic, or you've got just one that comes around like this mic over here, which is the blower. And so there's several different ways to run this. You've got several different options, and depending on what you're doing at the time, right? Okay, so something about magical beard. Okay, so that's actually there is a insert, or a, what do you want? How do I want to put this? Kind of like, you know, like when you're, okay, say like when you have your knee messed up and you slide that little piece of material. It's kind of a, I can't think of the name of it. Kind of a cushy kind of material that wicks moisture, but it also holds your knee so it's you don't move it too much. That's kind of like what the beard thing is right there. It covers your mouth and stuff right there, so you don't get chafed from the helmet, and you also don't, like the sweat running from your upper lip and all the stuff gets caught. So the necklace bling meets something. Yeah, so that's the redbubble.com. Interesting. Oh, now that is scary. Oh my god. Fudge. You guys, that is scary. Oh my god. And look at this. The shield from this helmet that this guy's wearing, or girl, whoever, it folds down, and you can see what it looks like. It's kind of like a Darth Vader almost looking thing. You can see where the eye holes are up there, and where the nose where you breathe, and then the mouth hole. Jesus, that's scary. God. Oh my god. Look at the gloves, you guys. God dang, those look wild. I mean, it would look like a skeleton chasing after you. Look at that. Man, that is nuts. So these are the airsoft pellets that go, you know, with the guns. And I don't know what they're made of, but I've heard that they're not so damn soft. That's what I've heard from people that I've read some reviews on it and stuff. And I've read stuff like people that have, about, you know, they're adamant about not letting younger, you know, like a certain age, like it has to be, no minors get those. Dang, look at that. That's some serious, I mean, that's some freaking tactical gear, you guys. Look at that. I mean, that dude's got everything. How does he know what pocket to get shit from? I sold a bunch of those too, these little walkie-talkie things. Yeah, so I worked for a plant that we liquidated this plant, and it was a $100 million plant, and it had, get this, 292,000 square feet in the plant. I used to ride a bike through it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely got my exercise there. But there was just everything there. I mean, everything. That's why I know things about certain things on here. I mean, I don't know everything. I don't know, you know, nothing really, to tell you the truth. But some things I do know about, and some of this stuff right here I do have knowledge on. I mean, knowledge enough to be able to sell it and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Wow. So my question is, why would he need Or why would he be why would he need anything like this? Why would he be interested in it like this? Sure, he's an outdoors guy, but have you ever run across an outdoors guy that was weighed down by this kind of stuff? No, I don't think so. I've never. Or maybe we just didn't see him. You ever think about that? Could be. Jeez. I have to say, Michelle just put out a couple videos, and one of them was about the white car and the Moscow, the axe throwing place. And I remember when I first saw those guys at the grub truck, I was like, oh my God, I know those guys. I knew who they are because I had just looked up the Moscow Axe Company, and I was like, those guys that's the owners, Anyway, so I did some deep dives on those guys, and one of them, Tyler, I think his name is Sabin or something like that. He graduated from the University of Idaho in agriculture. Yeah. So I found that very weird. He also has a farm business. And so what I've been, preaching out there about, that something's being made, something's being manufactured, and it has to do with agriculture, in my opinion. And then when I ran across it, I was like, oh my gosh. But anyway, then she did another one recently on the Lindow Lane sound footage, which is also very weird because I just made one of those videos last night and I hadn't seen hers yet. I just saw hers just a minute ago. And I thought that was so weird that she did one right, look at them freaking dang. I didn't even know they had them like that. Look at all the different ones. Geez, they look, oh my God, they look scary. Oh my gosh, you're making me, ugh. So anyway, because I was talking to a friend who hadn't heard these certain parts in the Lindow Lane before, and so I was like, okay, well here's one you want to listen to. So I did a video of it, but I also, told her which area to listen to. And she actually texted me back, and she says, for the first time, she says, I'm actually able to hear what was going on in there. And I said, it's scary, huh? And anyway, that's the same one that Michelle just did. But and then so with me, when you're going to like the tape sounds and stuff like that in there, so from the get-go, it was mentioned that the interior of King the 1122 was going to be painted, because people are going to be leaving, because they're going to be graduating, stuff like that. So they're going to paint it prior to probably getting new people in, right? So in that house, there was all these paint, stuff to, like you had like paint bucket, allegedly paint, 5-gallon paint buckets. You had like ladders. You had, the big plastic rolls of that you just lay over the floor, and then you had the big white paint tarps. I mean, there was Tyvek suits for painting. There was booties that painters wear, masks that painters wear, goggles, gloves, beard nets, hair nets, the whole works. So if you take that into encounter with possibly not getting as much DNA out of that place, that would make sense, because you're covered. You've got the Tyvek suits, you've got your beard, your hair, everything covered, your hands, your feet, your booties for your shoes. You've got the white tarps to keep it from getting into as many other crevices, being able to wrap somebody up in it. Those tarps, they're for paint, you guys, and paint does not seep through there, and it has to be pretty major of a spill to even get through those things. I mean, I know, because I used to work at a paint store. So you've got that, plus you've got these 5-gallon buckets there. Now, whether they had paint in them or whether they didn't, they could have popped a top off one of those. Even if they had paint, they could have spilled half of it out or poured half of it out and put their clothes, their soiled clothes, inside those paint buckets, immersed in that paint. And you would never been able to get anything off of those, in my opinion. And no one ever has brought that up. I keep putting it out there. No one ever mentions anything about it. And of course, I did the videos on the goon tape, right? And so the goon tape, that's a whole other thing, because that was debunked. That first account for Brian is totally debunked now, because those guys debunked it. Thank God the guy did, because he told the whole story of how that happened, how that Brian account came out. And it was a different account prior to that. It was the War Bear, which is the one that did that crazy video for LARPing, for goon tape, mind you, where he's driving a black truck, he goes in to get gas, and he jumps out, goes to start filling up, and some guy comes around the back of him and hits him in the head with like a tire iron or something like that. He falls to the ground. Then he wakes up as the guy's rummaging through the inside of his cab of his truck, and he beats the living crap out of him, right? And then that is the video that was attached already to that account of Warbear. Now, when Brian got arrested and his name came out, the guy that already did that fake account, because that was not Warbear's real account, he then took the opportunity to put BK's name on there. So it already had like all of the, people that he was following from the Warbear ones. It already had like the TikTok girls and all of that stuff. All he had to add was Maddie, Xana, and Kaylee. That's all he had to add to it. That's it. And then he put in there, he looked up what he was, BK, where he worked, what he did, his criminology thing and all that kind of stuff. And that's all he did. And then he plastered, and then he slapped on a photo in the profile. And there you have it. There's another fake account. And then since Warbear's video was already tagged on there, because see, Warbear's profile was up there. That was Warbear's first. All he had to do was change the profile picture and change a few things around. Easy peasy. I mean, it must have taken him 5 minutes if he's really good at that kind of stuff, which obviously he sounds like he is. And so since Warbear's video was already on there, he left it up. And when he left it up, Warbear, when it was his profile, Faceless was tagged on it because him and Faceless knew each other. And so that's how Faceless knew about, well, that's how I got a hold of the Faceless thing, because Faceless then, it started getting all these views and stuff, all these, hits and all these, watches. So he decided to run with it, which was not the right thing to do. He should never have done that. But one thing he did do that was good is he came out later and he debunked that channel. He told the truth about that, which was good. Him running with that was just awful. I can't believe he even did that, but I will give him kudos for coming out and telling the truth about that channel. So that channel is a fake freaking channel. People need to get that through their heads. That is a fake channel. Fake, 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 fake. Yeah. I mean, you can even look at the channel and know it's fake. I mean, I was like thinking people, even before I knew it was fake, I was like, people, this is so stupid. First of all, you got a bunch of TikTok girls. You've got like 4 health worker, fitness type guys on there. 2 of them, it shows that they're blatantly gay, and they're having, they're doing, the pictures show it. And then the other, and it made no sense. And then you've got, Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana on there. I mean, it was like, what? You guys are, please. Anyway, so let's see what else is here. We've got ammunition. Shipping containers. Well. What do you know about that? Okay. So I might just kind of see what more. Collection by Eric Gower. How about that? Air filter suppressor. Your choice of air filter must have 3/4 threads, adapter. So is this a silencer type thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, it is. Whoa. Did you guys ever know about this? How does he know about this stuff? What is this YouTube video? Ooh. Holy moly. Well, look at that. Video not available. Bummer. Wow. Well, but should we know why he took that down? Enjoy the videos and music you love, upload original content and share it with your family and friends on YouTube. So let's see what the gunthreaders.com on YouTube. We'll go there real quick. See there you have it. An unavailable on Gun Threaders and everything else. So Well, I think this is about it right now that I'm going to put on here. I just find this, look at that. Oh my God. This is just scary to me, you guys. Okay. I'm going to go to, let me see, what's the other one that trucks. There's one to look at. 34 pins, let's see. Actually, the one I really want to go to, truck looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. Wow, I have a friend that has it, actually. It looks kind of familiar, eh? He does have a truck video on his YouTube that looks a lot like the black truck. I can probably go there and show you that. But I want to look up. Okay, so I want to go to house, and then go down to right there, hidden doors. Hidden doors, secret rooms, and the hardware that makes it possible. What do you guys think of this now? What does that look like to you? Kind of looks like the inside of the 1122 King, doesn't it? The basement there. Hidden bookshelf door, secret passages, panic rooms, hidden compartments, secret doors. This, you guys, look at this. Doesn't this look like the downstairs in King? So, it's kind of a cool thing, that sliding gate. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what, maybe I'll go to his Facebook real quick and show you that video. So this is his video from 2013, and I don't know what it means. I don't know. How cool are these trucks? I don't know, but this is just the video just right here. There's no sound to it. That's about it. These hidden doors really kind of freak me out, though. In fact, I want to look at this one. Didn't go far, did it? I guess brilliant understairs toilet ideas. Interesting. Oh wow, so you do sideways. Oh, that's, yeah, gotta save some room, wouldn't it? Jeez. Okay, let's go back and see what else he's got here. Look at his kitchen. Look at the kitchen stuff he's saved. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. It's a handy dandy knife drawer, eh? Pretty cool, actually. It's a cool idea too. But I just don't like the fact that this, and I love this idea. Now that is a cool idea. I like that a lot. It's amazing what you can find on people's pages, isn't it? kind of scary. That's a good idea too. Except if we get all gross down in there. And I like did that too. That's pretty cool. Oh, the things I would do if I had and I love this. Oh, love that spice rack. I've always loved that thing. I love my spices. I do. I've got so many. Ooh, I like the pan thing too. That's cool. It's really cool. Those cast iron. Okay, so that's that. There you have it. There is your sketchy rideshare driver video of the day, I guess. I'm going to link both of Michelle's videos in the description, and I'm going to also link the Get a Clue. I want to say Get Alive. The Get a Clues video in there on the rideshare driver. And here, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So we all bring something different to the table. Every creator brings something totally different. And why other creators can't leave the other creators alone, I don't know. There's no reason for it at all. I mean, people will eventually see their things and they'll like them or they won't. Same with mine, same with any Michelle, same with anybody else's. You know, it's just, there's no need to cut people off, to cut people down at the knees. You know what some of these creators are doing. It is not cool. It is not, in my opinion, it doesn't show them any better light. In fact, it shows them in a much lower light that they can do that, and also that they're the people that are watching it and egging it on. I mean, there's people that are just like literally egging that stuff on, and it's just like, wow. I mean, that's kind of vicious in my opinion. It seems like, well, it's kind of high schoolish in a way too, you know. Anyway, I just hope that they stop. And like I said, we all bring something different to the table. Let's just let that happen. You know, let's just let it happen and just, you know, leave each other alone. That would be great. All right. Embrace that we're all different and we all have different things. That's what, I mean, if everybody liked the same thing, God, how boring would that be? And there wouldn't be enough of it. Because if you think about it, we all like the same thing. There definitely wouldn't be enough of it. Oh, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Well, I like my food really spicy. And, and I like really creating things that nobody else even thinks about creating. And so I know that, probably half of the people, if not more, aren't going to like what I cook. Well, good for me. More for me, huh? Anyway, thanks you guys. And I hope you guys had a really great Christmas. Okay, I'll get this uploaded.